The Flights tab on the web dashboard gives you the full picture of your group's flying with charts, stats, and FlightAware integration you can't get on the phone. The top left is your flight activity chart, the same 12-month stacked bar view from the Overview tab, but with a pilot filter. Select a specific member to isolate their hours or view all pilots together. Top right is the pilot stats card. Pick any pilot and a time range, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or all time, and you get 8 key metrics. It's your currency and proficiency snapshot at a glance. The bottom left is a full flight log table. Every flight your group has ever logged, sorted newest first, with columns for date, pilot, route, and hours. Use the pilot filter or search box to find a specific flight by route or comments. Click any row to expand it and see the full details. Above the table, you'll find 3 actions. 2 of them are grouped together and have to do with bringing flight data in, import CSV and template. The third sits on its own to the right, export CSV. Let's start with import. If you're new to 5x5 and coming from a logbook, a spreadsheet, or another flight management system, you don't have to start from scratch. The importer can load your entire flight history in minutes. The bare minimum we need is 4 columns, date, pilot, tack out, and tack in. But if you have richer data, the importer will happily take whatever columns you have. Tap Template first. That downloads a pre-formatted Excel file customized for your group. The pilot column already has a drop-down of your group's members, and there are 2 italicized sample rows at the top, one showing the bare minimum data and one showing every column populated. Fill it in, save it as a CSV from Excel or Google Sheets, then tap Import CSV and pick your file. The importer parses the rows and shows a preview that flags anything worth your attention. Pilot names that don't match an existing member, duplicate rows already in your log. Pilots it doesn't recognize get auto-created as placeholder members, so you don't have to invite everyone before importing. On paid plans, the importer also proposes adjustments to bridge those tack gaps, small entries that will keep your aircraft hours continuous, with a toggle to include or skip them. After you confirm, you get a summary of how many flights and adjustments were imported, how many new members were created, and any row-level errors. Only group owners and admins can import, so the buttons are hidden for everyone else. You can also do all of this from the phone in the Settings tab on the mobile app. Same column format, same gap detection, same adjustment flow. The web and mobile importers are functionally identical, but honestly, for any meaningful amount of historical data, the web dashboard is the easier place to do it. A real keyboard, a wider screen, side-by-side preview, and the ability to fix typos in your spreadsheet without scrolling around on a phone. It just works better. The third button, Export CSV, does the opposite. It pulls everything from your filtered flight log into a CSV that you can download. This can be great for tax prep, insurance renewals, or feeding into another system. Now to the bottom right, the Flight Details panel. Select any flight from the log on the left, and this panel loads. If FlightAware has tracked data for that flight, you get 3 things. First, an interactive route map shows your actual ground track on a real map, with green and red markers for departure and arrival. Second, an altitude and speed profile chart showing your flight from takeoff to landing. Altitude in green, speed in orange. Third, your max altitude and max speed for that flight. A quick note on getting the most out of this. FlightAware tracks individual flights, point A to point B. So if you fly from your home airport out for a $100 hamburger and back, you're going to get the cleanest tracking by logging that as 2 separate flights, the leg out and the leg home, rather than rolling them into one entry. If you log it as a single flight, FlightAware will still try its best, but it might only show one leg or stitch them together imperfectly. This is purely about getting prettier maps and altitude profiles. It has 0 impact on the tack calculations, your hours, your currency tracking, your billing, or anything else 5x5 does internally. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to split your entries or not. All of this updates in real time as flights are logged from the mobile app. No syncing, no exporting, no waiting. That's the Flights tab. Your group's flight history visualized, importable, and exportable.